Good evening, everyone. I have just realised I possibly should have checked my levels first for my volume, but anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful evening. I feel like I'm coming in a little bit hot. It does be like that sometimes. I will try and get some feedback on that and fix it up as we go. Expect some hitches. But anyway, expect also some great racing and me to click the wrong button multiple times. There we go. Okay. Just a little video of some MCR 2000 racing to get you in the mood for some MCR 2000 racing that we have coming up with the lads at GTL. Round 1 at Snetterton. Drop my mic down a little bit. Hopefully it isn't too quiet now. So round 1 at Snetterton, we have a whole bunch of British races coming up. Alton Classic, Donington, Brands Hatch, Silverstone GP, Cadwell Park. Thanks T, thanks for the feedback. And we have a full grid, or very nearly a full grid, because I am also now on the grid, but I'll be parked in the pits doing this broadcast. But otherwise, a full grid of very excited racers ready to have a crack at this, what I'm calling an oversized go-kart, but it's not really giving it credit, is quite an advanced race car, but it does have a bit of a go-kart feel to it, very rudimentary and quite small and low to the ground. It has a fair bit of downforce, which a go-kart does not have. It also has full suspension, so there's not a lot of similarities to a go-kart, but anyway, that's what I'm calling it. Speaking of the grid, we've got some lovely custom liveries, and this is the full grid. We have, I'll read them all out. We've got Zach 18 in the Chevron, we got Sheppo in the Shell Helix, Cuckoo in the Elderbrock, Truey in the Bosch. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, Petey probably thinks it's a go-kart. Yeah, fair enough. I'll take it. Truey in the Bosch. Beg your pardon. Gunner in the Marley. Some of these I might not be able to pronounce. Dollop in the Caltex. We've got No Frills in the Castrol. Stu and Hyperden sharing the hell. It's too small for me to actually read. Let me pull it up in a bigger view. That would probably help. Hello. Oh, it's opening it up in an image editing program instead of just photos. That's very helpful. Thank you, computer. Let's try that with a right click. Nope, it did not help me pronounce it. In the Halaroda, that'll do. Illicit in the Valvoline, Bales in the JCB, Max Power in the Xerox. I can pronounce that one. Skullpain, which is a name I don't recognize, possibly a new racer, in the Nokia. Real BS in the 3M. Smithy in the Elf, Viperion in the Martini Racing, Kiz in the BF Goodrich, Mark 860 and Rangy sharing the Subway livery, Esky in AP Racing, Pixel Boy in Kodak, Baron B in UPS, Left in Corbeau, I'm going to call it, the Bloody Nine in the Luck, Travis in VP Racing, Magic Mass in the Karcher, and Mark H and Bill Stein, whatever you like to pronounce that one. So yeah, full grid, whole bunch of races, super keen to get going. And I guess that should lead me into showing a bit of the action out on track. So we're just in pre-practice. Quali doesn't start for another 8 minutes. I'm quite early here. Hello, quite early here. Just feeling the ropes. So we will have a moment of me messing with controls, etc. And I think, is that actually going to be any good? Let's try it. I don't think that's better than the built-in one. I think that one is a bit ugly. I like the idea. I was hoping we might get a bit more info in terms of people's lap times, etc. But I did only give myself about 30 minutes to prepare that, so we'll leave that for next time. So Snetterton, here we are. The interesting part of this sort of track combo setup is the, I guess, not necessarily limited opportunity for passing. I think there's probably plenty of opportunities for passing. What there is going to be difficulty in is making the car not spin out in the passing opportunities, because it's pretty knife edge. The braking zones are quite often are turning zones, so not a lot of sort of late dive opportunities. In saying that, probably this hairpin, definitely going to be some people passing here. However, if you do pass, there's a very good chance you get retaken on this straight. So we'll be watching out for that. The over-under is going to be very powerful out of that sort of corner. So people will probably intentionally let them pass to get a good exit to try and get that pass back down the straight, because it's the longest sort of straight here. You're not going to see any passes into this sort of left to right section, because that is a very tricky braking zone. Not a lot of room. You can't get two cars wide there. And that's sort of the story for most of the track, other than that hairpin. So this section coming up here, also very tricky braking. Very important you get a good exit out of here, but you can't fit two cars wide through there, or not very easily. So I think there's probably going to be passes made via good exits and probably along the straights, but we'll see how that plays out over time. It's going to be definitely a good battle for consistency, so drivers who manage to not spin out, not go off the track, will have much more success. Obviously the quicker drivers are certainly going to be able to battle it out, and will be, but the mid-pack is probably going to be served best by making sure not to make a critical error and run off the track. All those things will play out in time. But yeah, quite the grid. So we got currently 22. I assume that was probably, I didn't actually get the numbers. That's probably most of the people were expecting, if not one short. I thought 24 might be a full field, so possibly still one short. But a hell of a lot of drivers. Great showing, great turnout. Very keen to see this action. So we have, I guess I'll quickly do a quick overview of what the racing format is going to be. We have one sprint followed by another. The first sprint is a 20-minute race. So we've got 10 minutes of qualifying coming up, followed by a 20-minute race. That race will be a standing start. So race as you are, qualifying finish, standing start. Then following that, the position from that race, the top 10, will be reversed. So the second race will have a reversed top 10 grid. Anybody from 10th down will race as they were. Anybody that finished in the top 10 will be flipped. So first place goes to 10th, 10th place goes to first. It will definitely make for some interesting racing. It's a bit of a favourite of GTL, and it makes sure that you can't just get out in front, take an easy walk off. Particularly if you've got a good combo that's working for you well, you're still going to have to earn it back from 10th position. So we'll see some good racing there. That second race also is a little bit longer. It's 25 minutes plus one lap after the 25 minutes expires. So a little bit longer and a little bit more work to be done for the sort of top 10, which is not to say that anybody below 10th won't be having a crack as well. But yeah, interesting sort of format. We also have full damage. So that's pretty standard. 3 cut tracks. So I don't think there's going to be any risk of that at this track. I think if you could cut a track here and actually gain time doing it, good on you. You're doing bloody well. Very likely you'd end up in the wall. So yeah, fuel wear, tyre wear, standard. So just realistic ×1 mode. I don't think that's actually going to have any effect on these cars in this sort of time period. That being said, look, you could probably overheat the tyres possibly, but what are we looking at? We're looking at 24 degrees ambient and 32 track temp. That's definitely not particularly hot. It's pretty perfect conditions realistically, so no, I don't think we're going to be having any issues with tyres. And fuel, obviously, as long as people put enough in, they're not going to be running out. I'm very sure these cars are going to make the 26 minutes or so in one tank, and if they can't, that is a worry. There was I didn't actually catch the predicted forecast. There was a very light chance of rain, so a very small chance of light rain. As to whether or not we see any of that, I don't know, but currently cloudy in practice sessions, so I should actually be looking at some cars on track while I'm sitting here just jabbering on. This is the Edelbrock of Cuckoo. Pretty cool looking liveries, I'll pay that. The paint jobs are very lovely. And a great variety throughout the field. One of the odd things I noticed driving this car, if we get it on board, that's not on board, we might on that one. It's not particularly obvious, I think, from this camera, but I had a couple of laps in this car, and in VR, there's a very odd feeling because if you look down at the driver's feet, you'll notice that they're not in the center of the steering wheel. So you're actually steering sort of off to the side, and or your legs are off to the side, depending on your perspective. Very odd sensation of VR, because, oh my lordy, we've got some action in the practice. A bit of a concertina effect at the last turn there. I think, oh, we got someone else going off in front of us as well. Hopefully this is not a sign of things to come, and guys are just getting their bearings. But yeah, so the odd thing about it is just obviously none of our sim rigs are ever set up with an offset like that where your feet are off to the side from the steering wheel. And when you're in VR, you've got this odd disconnect between where your hands and feet are and where they look to be in front of you. Also just a bit of an uncomfortable viewing position, to be honest, but something you get used to with time. So the ghosting effect is a sort of side effect of people joining at certain times. Old Jimmy Ricard, who we found out is Sheppo, had us very confused in last week's stream, but yeah, Jimmy Ricard just had a moment of, what should we call it, clarity? Probably not. He had a moment where he decided to change his name after a few beers, decided to call himself Jimmy Ricard, and it was indeed after the draft song. Far out, there's plenty of spins going here. I do think what I was saying earlier is definitely going to play into it, just that particularly. I mean, not necessarily particularly midfield, to be honest. The front runners can do it as well. Very easy to do. Overcommit or, push a bit hard under braking and spin off. And if you do that, you're going to lose a lot of time. These very short sprints, you're going to lose so much time. It'll be very difficult to... Why is everybody showing... Not in the pits, but I'm getting no cameras. Trackside camera possibly a little broken there. Norbs! Norbs, what's going on? That's okay. We can just ride on board and other various cameras. What do we got? The bonnet? That's pretty good. Bumpers, not so good. And why is onboard and chase the same thing? Don't know. I'd say bonnet's a pretty good camera. So it looks like we're probably heading into qualifying now. Practice is over. People will be called back into the pits. And we will proceed on. Very good. We are underway. Hopefully my trackside cameras don't keep playing up like they were. So we got 20 minutes of qualifying coming up. Who's first cab on there? I need to click on my things again. Looks like we've got possibly Mark 860 leading the field out for the first of the flying laps. 20 minutes, no, 10 minutes. I said 20, didn't I? It is a 10-minute qualifying session. Let me get that correct. Let's turn the speedo on. Zach 18 following him. Line astern. I should be able to pick these cars by the liveries if I was doing better. If I bring that up on my second screen, I can attempt to do that. Oh, I missed him. He's gone back in the pits. I don't know if he had an off there. I was busy looking elsewhere. Okay, let's pick up Mark as he starts a flying lap. Little deep. You can push pretty deep into turn one. It's not going to cost you too much. And he's picked the shallow line on the hairpin. That's also, like I was saying before, you can very much take multiple lines there and it's going to be fine. Oh, someone pushing the exit a little wide there. Hey, we've had a spinner. We have had a spinner. Who was that? It was the Baron. And he's stuck in an awkward spot too. It's just going to have to wait for all of the people starting flyers. It is a pretty small track for... Oh, he might have clipped him on the rejoin there, possibly. That's a bit of a shame. Have we actually got times on the board? I'm not showing any. mark. 869 is coming onto the final straight now, and it looks like he might have had a moment as well. He has. He's run off there. My trackside cameras do seem to be braking a bit on that last turn. Guess I've got a bug report for Norbs to submit. Hopefully it doesn't bug us in the race. That could be a bit of a problem. I'll just have to be on it and switching cameras if need be. Who are we on board with now? Zach 18, who looks like he's possibly backed out of it. We do have some times coming in, and the camera is completely broken for me, so that's not ideal. On board with Travis, he is currently half a second down. Not setting any records this lap. As a guess here, he's not pushing fully on this lap. Those do not look like full send racing lights to me, so probably just getting himself prepared for the next one. We'll stay on board for a bit. Magic's just at a 1:08.7. That's a pretty quick time, I think. Pretty sure that's a cracking time, actually. I reckon these guys would be aiming for the low 109s. A 108 is a good send. So he's pushed too wide there. I suppose so turn one is all about trying to carry as much speed as you can, get on the throttle early, carry that speed through the corner, but he's held a little too much speed into it, which has forced him way too wide. I imagine the split's going to come up a fair bit down after that. Yeah, 1 second. Not even remotely on it. So let's have a quick peek in the midfield. Hopefully someone on a lap. Bloody 9, just about to finish a lap. That looks like a lovely exit. He is currently up on his time, hopefully getting an improvement. Crosses the line, half a second up, goes up to 8. That's a lovely lap, well done. Who can I spot around the track? Skull Paint, have a look at Skull Paint. Are we track cam not working still? Nope, okay. Oh! It's a shame the track cam wasn't working because we just missed a moment. Where are we? Ah, yep. So that's a moment under braking at the end of the straight there. He's coming a bit hot possibly and speeded off. Is that track cam is just broken for a lot of people? Okay, that is a big problem. We have no track cam, no track cam, people. That is not going to help. We're going to be stuck with onboards the whole way. I guess, look, there's going to be a lot of action throughout the race, very close action, so I imagine that's not going to be too much of an issue for us. We'll try and switch it up between the onboards and the bumpers and the roofs to make it interesting. Oh, look at that, we do have 24 now. So yeah, full grid is 24. Obviously with myself taking up a spot. Stu promises me that nobody was taking that spot and I'm not holding off someone's position, so hopefully not. But hopefully worthwhile with a bit of a broadcast so we can see exactly what goes on here in the action that's going to unfold. Oh my lord, there's cars everywhere. It is... I am foreseeing some action, that is for sure. I am foreseeing some action in the races. The guys are probably still warming up tonight, and I imagine we're going to see less offs than we have so far, but very likely some action. So Magic still pushing on, but I'd be very surprised if he sets a better time than he has already. 1087 is a cracking lap. Have we got anybody else possibly going to improve? Jimmy Ricard showing half a second down. Where's Eski circulating? Can't see him on the map. Oh, someone's just gone off in the rear view. We've got Jimmy going off here. Oh my giddy aunt. There'd certainly be a drinking game to be played here with a drink every time someone goes off. That would certainly be a risky game to play on this track, I think. Smithy's showing 8 seconds down. I don't know if that's accurate. Yeah, it probably is, I guess. Oh no, it's just changed to 10 up. So I don't know if we can use that on board as a good gauge then. See how he goes across the line. Nope, he was 8 seconds down. Okay, so it actually was correct initially, and then it changed to be wrong. Very good. That's nice and helpful. Thanks for that. I love it when the data's not handy at all. Can I flick through HUD options at all? No, I can't. Okay, that's all we get. We get a speedo. Where is it? If I end up doing another one of these, I promise to have a better overlay. Look at that. Okay, we've got No Frills watching here. A 10th up. Making progress. Braking early for that one, which is a safe call. Try and get a good exit. Runs it right out. That's looking lovely. That's looking very good. Got to sort of hold the commitment. You ideally want to actually scrub that inside curve on that one, so you can carry a bit more pace through it. He's still up though, 2/10 up. He wants to nail this last turn and get a good exit. He's coming too hot. It's going to compromise the exit. It might still be an improvement. His last was 10.3, so I'm not sure that's going to cost him. He might still actually make an improvement here. And he has done. Hasn't given a position, but he's only got a 10th out of it, so more work to be done for No Frills. He's got one more chance after this one. We've got real close times between Cuckoo and Travis here. Cuckoo, Travis and Gunner, very close. Travis is up by 4 thousandths. Here we go. We might have something. Can we still can't use the track cam. Okay, very good. Oh, he's pushing the limit there under braking. It's compromised his line a little bit, but sometimes it still works because you can carry the speed. Big lift on that right-hander. Trying not to get distracted by the cars in front. Okay, he's still up. This could be enough for a position if he can hold it. Power on early. He's going to get a bit of a tow, actually. This could help him out. This could be lovely. Travis might jump Cuckoo. Might even jump Sheppo with this if he's got enough out of that tow. He does. Look at that. Puts him up in a third. Lovely. Lovely. Wasn't... Oh, who's gone off there? That's a... Oh, he's followed him out. The old hazard fixation. Just drew him straight out. Let's have a look, see who else is making moves. We've got close times all throughout. So No Frills, one last crack here. He's taking the shallow hairpin line. We'll get the first split and see he's 2/10 down. Probably unlikely he's going to make anything work there. Mark 860 about to take the flag. He's just bailed out of it. Angie Rover next. Didn't see a split. Assume we didn't get an improvement there. Right, Sheppo's sending it. Trying to get a position back here. Esky managed to get up into second. Was it third from that lap? Or was it Jimmy that... I'm getting confused already. No improvement to Jimmy. Oh, that's right. We don't get to see those splits until after. It's a fun part of the game. I really hope this trackside camera doesn't... It looks like it's just braking after a couple of laps, which means we're going to get to see it for the first few laps of the race, and then we're back to onboards, which is a real shame. I will be putting in a stern letter to Norbs about that one. I guess for people that don't know, Norbs being one of the original founders of ARS, a different racing league, also happens to be the guy that does the cameras for AMS too. So, yeah. Anything I can do to bust his balls, absolutely, sign me up. All right, so we're going to be moving into the first race. Stu will be giving his sort of descriptive talk of the process, reminding everybody not to try and race for turn one and how safety cars are going to work, etc. Mark jumped in here earlier. Actually, it gave me a great idea to jump into their chat if we see a safety car, which we're probably going to see a safety car. I'll jump into their chat so we can hear the call outs and what's going on and just get that info of when the restart might happen, etc. It is a risky business, of course, because you might also have some guys yelling certain expletives, etc. So I'll try and time it a little bit after the incident to let any possibly unpleasantries expire. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, so we'll be conscious of that. In the meanwhile, we've got a little bit of an audio slave playing in the background if you're watching this live. I'll take this moment to refill my glass with another 0% beer. So it feels like I'm sitting here having a beer with you. I mean, I technically am. It's not quite the same, though. So race 1 coming up of the MCR 2000 Ford Duratec Sports 2000 series. Not sure which one of those they've actually called the name. So the MCR 2000 is the car. Let's go with the Ford Duratec Sports 2000 series. Sounds better. At Snetterton 200. And we're going to have a 20-minute race coming up as they qualified. So Magic with a absolute cracking lap. Actually, I've got to try and hope that I can do this correctly. So I need to ready up. And then I should be at the back. And then I retire to the pits. So this will be high pressure for me to not fuck this up. That I somehow accidentally leave or something and then end up not being able to stream anything. No, that won't happen. I'm a professional at something. But that something is not this. Credentials do not line up. Final preparations underway. Everyone making sure they've got the fuel. And I guess giving themselves some mental fortitude to deal with the upcoming, I'm going to say chaos, but hopefully not. But it's definitely going to be high intensity. A lot of cars with a fair bit of grip in a reasonably small track. So I tell you what, that turn 1, pretty easy. Turn 2, everybody's going to know about it. I think the guys at the back are going to be just about stopped because of the concertina effect and everyone trying to get the best exit out on that straight. It's going to make for a very interesting first half of the lap. Tell you what, the 0% beer, don't get you drunk, it certainly gives you the burps though. It's the 10-second countdown. I hope I'm doing this right. I believe I do that. And I missed the start of the race, which is not really ideal, is it? Anyway, return to pits, monitor view. Let's go. They're off and racing. Looking pretty tight between Magic and Esky. Straight into turn 1. Giving it a little look. Let's have a look back and further in the field. We've got Cuckoo and Travis side by side. Cuckoo off a little bit. Here's where it becomes interesting. Everybody funneling into turn 2. No accidents. Look at us. We've got through. The whole field. Well done. Well done, everybody. We're all through. That's a great job. Oh, the overlay is still up. Thank you, sir. It is indeed. Let me fix that. Well, I got to see it and it was great. Thanks, Tion. Anyway, we are moving and not a single incident at this stage. Very well done, lads. Magic has pulled a 1.5 second lead. He is getting out of there. He's not hanging around. If that qualifying pace is, and I've already had a broken camera, if that qualifying pace is going to, is it as they pass that point? I can't be on there. And we've got a safety car as I was saying that. And we've got a Cuckoo hanging at the back of the field. Okay, in all the drama of me messing up the overlay, we have missed some action. Cuckoo has ended up off. They've called safety car. He's not going into the pits. I'd say we've restarted, possibly. No, he's just warming up. We might be going for a whole nother lap here. Yeah, these guys are not racing. Okay, so we have got an entire formation lap here. Cuckoo is on the back, so they're ready to rock and roll whenever. I think I might have figured out... Oh, no, I guess... And it's just... Is it? Okay, my track cam's completely broken again. Great. Okay, we're not using track cameras. Here's what it is. Roll with the punches. So Magic had pulled out quite a commanding lead. He was walking away with it. I have a strong suspicion he's going to do exactly the same thing again. The field will bunch up. They're definitely going to restart this lap. I suppose we'll find out if they're doing single file or side-by-side restarts. Usually single file. that'll help Magic out, give him that little bit of a breather to not get pushed into turn 2 again. Esky certainly had a look, but as soon as Magic walked away, he was disappearing. I didn't catch who else was caught up in that incident, so Cuckoo's ended up down the back, and I don't know what's going on there. Cuckoo's definitely going to be looking to make some passes there. He's certainly got pace on a few of those sort of back markers. I shouldn't say back markers. They're still on the same lap, but he's certainly got pace over the guys in front of him currently. The trouble with these short races and a safety car like that, we're already sort of quarter distance in now, and we're essentially starting from square one, and Magic is off. We have restarted. Already looking like we've got a little bit of a lead pack here. They're fighting behind there. Who is that? We've got left on Rangy. Possibly getting away with it. Very, very deep under brakes there. Very, very wide on the exit for Smithy. Who is Wagon? I do not recall reading Wagon. We've got another person in here with a name that doesn't match what I'm expecting. Very cool looking car though. Which we'd be able to see if the track cameras worked, but I'm not salty about that at all. Oh, and he's locked the rear. Commentator's curse. Well, just confirmed that was indeed Wagon, who is unknown to me currently, but he's locked the rear at the end of that exit. Ended up spinning it off. Very easy to do. On board with Illicit there, who is now in 22nd. Another quick look up at the lead here. So we've got Esky chasing down Travis, chasing down Magic. The gap's actually pretty similar now, so it looks like Magic hasn't been able to escape like he did the first time. Shepard going a little deep behind Esky there. These guys all looking like they're in the rhythm now. So where is the split? Do we have a split in the pack here? It looks like possibly a bit of a gap to left from Rangy. And then pretty tight for the rest of the field. Unfortunately, we missed some of the drama. There was some, but looks like everyone's still going and relatively evenly. Cuckoo has made his way through a few. He was having a look at another. He was having a look at Hyper Dan. He's doing the over-under. He's going to get that done. Oh, I wish we had a rear view. Oh, and Mark H has got him, so Hyper's actually gone off in the middle of that. Oh, very good choice not to rejoin there. I suspect actually Illicit might have gone around as well or gone off because he's now back in last. Can't pick a battle here. No frills, the body 9 having a look at the hairpin. So I was saying he's compromised his exit here, so I think No Frills, oh, he might not have got a good enough one. Certainly the slipstream will help. He might have a look, but you really want to get this move done before the corner, which it looks like he is going to get done, yeah. So certainly that slipstream looking very strong. Then you just got to make sure you can make that braking zone without spinning around, as we've seen already more than once. Might stay on board here with Skull Pain. See if the Bloody 9 has another look back at No Frills here. I'm missing my map as well, and the speedo. I need my checklist. Woody has a checklist. I need that checklist. Oh no, oh, he's made it work, oh my lordy. That was a brave move in turn 1. It's certainly, that's what I was saying before, it's a risky business in these cars because once you pick your line, very hard to change mid-corner, which is why we had to sort of Skull Pain nearly run in the back because even braking in the middle of a corner is difficult in these cars. They've done well to get away with it. I think we might have, okay. Not what I was trying to click on. We got Barron. Looks like he's had an off at the hairpin. I was about to say it looks like we got Cuckoo pushing through on Zach currently. So he's making some progress. Oh, that little curb, you got to stay off those curbs. Pushes Zach wide, that gives Cuckoo the door wide open to walk through, and he's done that. Mark H having a go at Stu. Coming into the final turn. There's a lot of little battles going on throughout the field here. I think I might need to move where that chat box is because it's right on the speedo as well. I'll do that after this race. We won't do it right now. Esky's putting pressure on Travis. These are podium positions. They have cleared the field now. Look at that, 6 seconds back to Sheppo. They have cleared the field quite easily. And they're all sticking pretty close together. So it's probably anyone's race for the podium positions. I mean, it looks like it's a 3-man race currently, and they're all going to get something. But who's going to get what? Magic certainly looked like he had pace early on. Maybe he's playing it easy. Maybe he thinks he can manage that gap and lower the risk. It would be a wise call. Like I was saying, these things pretty easy to make that little too deep mistake and end up off, lock a brake, spin around, and then you're going to be nowhere near it. Saying that, looks like Travis has managed to get that little bit of a gap back on Esky, so where the pressure was there, it's eased off. Certainly once you're within the tow range, get a good exit out of here, you'll be getting close at the end of the straight every time. Currently, pretty either either. You've got Esky in the reasonable range of Travis and Travis in reasonable range of Magic, so everyone's getting a nice little tow along, and they're just dropping the pack off at the moment. Looking back through the field, see what else we can see. No Frills back here in 17th. I must have missed something, I think. I feel like he was a lot further up than that. Oh my lord, and Skull Pain straight off the end of that one as he pulled up in time. He's still going. He hasn't ended up off. You'll lose a lot more time when you get on the grass, so reasonable recovery there. He is being eaten alive by Barron though, although he might have got the better exit. Too wide into this left-hander, you don't want to be. This looks like it might end up that way. No, he's backed out. Definitely a wise call there. I don't think either of them would fare well out of a too wide into that left-hander. A little three-way sort of going here with Mark, Zach and Stu. I feel like Mark was on Stu before, which suggests to me that possibly Zach has pushed through and Zach has got some pace here to potentially catch Stu. Further up the field, actually, tell you who's been making moves. I know I said he'd make some moves, but he's up in the 9th. He's Cuckoo. Recently got past Bales. Hell of a recovery. That was after the first safety car. He was back of the field. He's now in 9th. He is definitely putting the pressure on. Cuckoo out there like he's got something to prove at the moment. Long way to go to the front though. I suspect he's not going to get there, but I tell you what, it's been a great drive already, so whatever he can manage. Currently, if he finished as it is, he's going to end up well for the next race with the reverse top 10 grid, so it might not even be silly to play that game, but realistically you want to maximise points every time, so keep pushing. Skull Pain gets past on Zach there, who just ran a bit wide. I guess earlier I was calling out, I think it was Zach chasing Stu down with a bit of pace. He must have made a couple of mistakes there. He's ended up falling back a bit. Definitely a lot of movement in that. Oh, that's very close. Rangy up the inside of Bales into turn 1. Made it stick. Bales is thinking about it in the hairpin. Oh, someone else has stuck it up the inside. That's Gunner. That's a shame. Bales is looking for that over-under sort of good exit, and then Gunner's just said, hello, I'm here. And he's taken it straight off him. Now Gunner's got the run on Rangy with the slipstream. He might even have a look here. He's having a look. Will he push it? Nah, I didn't think so. It's very brave to make that one work. Very clean though. Gunner's sort of snuck through on Bales there, and he definitely looks like he's going to put the pressure on, get past Rangy potentially. We've got 7.5 minutes left. The front runners have sort of spread out a bit now. Magic is second clear of Travis. 2.5 seconds back to Esky. So looking pretty solid up there. Not going to see much movement unless someone makes a mistake. Those guys are pretty sorted in those positions. Cuckoo is closing up on Mark 860. Not at a rapid rate, but he is doing it. So you might get another position there. Long way up to Big Dollop though in 7 minutes. Speaking of, we've got Big Dollop sitting in 7th currently. Doing pretty well. The Bloody 9 in 6th, Left in 5th, Jimmy Ricard in 4th, and then the other 3, as I mentioned, at the top there. Quite a long ways up the road. From Jimmy's position, we can just see Esky as he heads towards the end there. Speaking of which, we have Magic currently catching some lap traffic. We've got Wagon in front of him, who's either jumped off the road intentionally or unintentionally. I think he's probably just gotten out of the way. Stu in the pits. We've had a retirement. Stu's had an off, I'm guessing, a pretty big one, and ended up in the pits. That's a shame. He was travelling pretty well there. And looks like Wagons just decided to call it there as well. Retired the car. We have just up the road in front of us from Magic Illicit, who will be the next back marker to go. We've just missed, we've had Shrewy's had an off. Geez, I wish I had that track camera. About $1 for every time I said it, the track camera's broken. And now he's really stuck, because now he's got to wait for all these blue flags to pass him as well. That's going to put him right out of it. It's a real shame. It is a very small track. They're very short races, but very quickly turns into Blue Flag City, as we can see there. You see in front of us, Magic is currently catching Illicit, who should jump out of the way on this straight. Magic's trying to get a cheeky little toe there, or he thought he maybe would hold the right. I'm not sure. I'd guess he was going for the cheeky toe. If we go back to 10th, 9th and 8th. Possibly got a barrel. Okay, Cuckoo's gotten through on Mark. We've just missed that, unfortunately. Cuckoo's just made another pass up into 8th position. Great recovery drive. Hey, these guys are back out. They've pitted for damage. They haven't retired. Okay. I guess Stu and Wagon might have actually taken damage on, and they've pitted for damage. They're actually back out on the track though, so they hadn't retired. Good on them. Very good on them. Always want to see people at least get to the end of the race. It's worth every penny. Now let's get back up to some potential action. We've got Big Dollop on Bloody 9. Bit of a run on the straight. It's not going to be enough to make a move here. But he's getting close. Speaking of, Gunner looking real close to Mark. He probably has enough here to do it. No, he's decided not to. Yeah, you really want to make that move before the start of the turn. Very, very good call not to push that one. So just under 4 minutes left. That's roughly 4 laps at this rate. Bale's hanging in there pretty well in 12th. Rangy, Gunner and Mark. So there's this sort of trio in front of us. There's looking like there's going to be some action here. We've got Gunner and Mark side by side into turn 1, I suspect. Gunners are going the outside line. Very good driving from both of them. Very good driving. Oh, Rangy's got the run. He's going to go up the inside, possibly. Late break. Now the over-under. Oh, he's sort of given the block pass there. Mark wanted to get on the power for that over-under, and we've had somebody off. Dollop. Oh, no. Dollop's fallen back. He's had a bit of a mistake, possibly on the exit of turn 2 out of that hairpin. He touched the grass and spin out, I'm going to assume there. And so in the end here, we've ended up, Gunners sort of snuck through around the outside of Mark on turn 1. Rangy centred up the inside of turn 2. It's been a bad sort of lap for Mark, and he's under pressure from Bales now. Where does Bales make a move? Does he make a move? We're going to find out. That's a great exit. He might do a mirror of Gunner here. Speaking of which, you've got Rangy right on the back of Gunner up front. Mark's trying to cover that outside line. He doesn't want this to happen again. Oh. That looked like a hardware failure or something. Rangy just went ghost and went off the track. That's a real shame. Yeah, it looks like he's had a major failure there. I'd assume that happens when the app's crashed or something along those lines. That's a real shame. Rangy was having a great race with Gunner, and it looks like they've gotten away without contact potentially, which would be the main concern, which is good. Back to Bales. Not close enough. Not close enough to that move on Mark. Just putting the pressure on. It's a great battle for 10th position here. This is a crucial position for race 2 with the reverse grid. Sort of currently Bales in the hot seat. Dollop will want to fight his way back into it because that'll get him into a way better position than 11th for the next race, and he was looking great for a sort of top 6 finish position until he's potentially made a mistake there on the exit of the hairpin. Yeah, it looks like Rangy has disconnected. That's a real shame. Never fun to have the hardware give out on you when you put in a great race. Not sure Bales has sort of got the pace to make a move here, but he's certainly sticking with him. Mark's gotten a great exit out of there, so there's not going to be anything on here. The rest of the field looking relatively spread out now. Stu and Wagon with those pits are sort of out the back door. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to catch anybody from there. Truey also, I don't remember catching that mistake, but he's obviously made a mistake to end up all the way there. 4 seconds off the back of Illicit. He's not going to make that happen. We're on to the last lap now, aren't we? So 15 seconds left, yes. This is going to be the last lap from Magic, who is now 2.5 seconds clear of Travis, who is about 2.5 seconds clear of Esky. And that's going to be our 1, 2, 3 position, unless these guys make a terrible mistake on the last lap, which can happen. Very unlikely at this stage. So Magic's driven a Magic race there. See what we did there? I mean, pretty confident out in front. He pulled a great gap, safety car, reset, and then just sort of steady as you go. Slowly does it, and he's made it to the end. 3.5 litres of fuel. He wasn't pushing any limits in that regard. Travis down at 1.9. He's sort of running that risk a little bit closer. Just skip through the field. Esky's certainly known for it. He's only at 2.1 though, so Travis went even a bit leaner. Or a bit harder on the throttle potentially. And that's Magic across the line for the winning of race 1. Well done, Magic. Travis and Esky, 2nd and 3rd. Then we'll have Sheppo a bit further behind that. Crossing the line. Throughout the field, anybody making a battle this lap? I mean, your sort of chance is done and gone by now, but a crazy exit here. There's a chance for something maybe. Dollop had to check up behind him. Bales had a bit of a bad exit there. Dollop actually probably thinking he might have got that 10th position, but it's not going to happen. That's going to put Bales on pole for the second race. And no. What's going on here? Glitch with the timing, I'm assuming. Because we are on board with Dollop and he did not cross the line first. Penalties maybe. I guess we'll see if there are any. No, there weren't any penalties. That's unusual. AMS bug, I'm going to say. We were definitely on board with Dollop and he definitely crossed that line 2nd. So that should be Bales in pole position in 10th, Mark in 2nd, Gunner in 3rd, Cuckoo in 4th, Bloody 9 in 5th, Left in 6th, Jimmy Ricard in 7th, Esky in 8th, Travis in 9th and Magic in 10th. That was quite a difficult little number game to play in my head there, figuring all that out. So that was race 1. It is a real shame we've lost the track cam there, but there's nothing we can do about it. So I'll just try and make do as best we can with those onboards, capturing as much drama as we can. Thanks for watching. If you're hanging around for this, if you're watching it back on replay, hope you enjoy. It is, looks like we are leaving the session, so that means there's going to be a second server. Just quickly change screen for that.
It's across the road, but it looks like, we're only viewing a little model of it from a distance.
How was the drama in that race, lads?
There was too much drama. How was the
Too
call?
much.
What drama?
But it was great to watch from here, except big problem, the trackside cameras break after a couple of laps.
Yes.
So we're stuck on board for a lot of it. But anyway, plenty of action to watch from on board, so it's been all right.
I mentioned it to Norbs and he said it's a no one issue.
Well,
you can press plus, Petey, to cycle through the trackside cameras.
Oh, okay, great. That is exactly what I need. So plus on my keyboard that doesn't have a plus keypad, so I have to shift plus it. Okay.
Yeah.
You might be able to assign a button for next trackside camera somewhere in the camera button assignment section.
I had my headset off. Is the lobby? Can we join yet or no?
I still can't see it.
Now. Oh, okay.
Is it up?
Yeah, it says it's up, waiting for drivers.
Next replay camera. I'll give that a crack. All right. Thanks, lads. Good luck in the next one.
Cheers, Petey.
Thanks, Petey.
Okay. Let's have a go to... Aha! I can switch between the cameras. Awesome. That's not a particularly awesome camera. These are pretty cool cameras, tell you what. Let's actually get someone out of track, does that? Yeah, okay. All right. We have the ability to select cameras. I have not left an overlay on this time. No, we are good. So it looks like these are more just sort of generic cameras, but they're pretty cool. So this is just a qualifying session to get everybody in the server. There is no actual qualifying happening right now. So if I hit these buttons, do I ever get back to the actual track camera? Ah. Okay, I'm figuring it out. We're getting somewhere. Those buttons switch to these cameras. These buttons switch to the track cameras, but gotta be careful that you don't flick too far. All right. If my workload wasn't high enough trying to figure out who to watch and talk and do all the rest of it, now I'm playing with cameras as well. So this should be interesting. It'd be great if I could get it to not focus on a person if I was manually controlling the track cameras. But anyway, play it by ear. It'll be right. And we have a exciting race coming up. We have 25 minutes plus one lap. I think it was possibly 26 minutes. So, everybody crossing the line. We'll be kicking off very soon. Race 2 of round 1 of the Ford Duratec Sports 2000 series at GTL. We had Magic Mass, Travis and Esky as our top 3 in the last race. They're going to be starting from 10th, 9th and 8th. A full reverse grid for the top 10. So we have in first position for the start of race 2, Big Dollop. In second, we have Mark 860. In third, Gun 180. In fourth, Cuckoo. In fifth, the Bloody 9. Sixth is Left. Seventh is Sheppo. Eighth is Esky. Ninth is Travis. And 10th is Magic. Following that, for the rest of the field, I'll call it as well, Barrels finished in 11th. Actually, that's right. We were watching on board with that. I don't think that was actually correct. Anyway, they'll possibly fix that up. If not, it is one of those things that happens, unfortunately, in the game. Timing does get a bit screwy at times. So Barrels in 11th, No Frills in 12th, Mark in 13th, Skull in 14th, Baron in 15th, Hyper in 16th, Zach in 17th, Illicit in 18th, Truey in 19th, Stu in 20th, Wagon in 21st, and Rangy in 22nd to round it out. So yeah, pretty full field still. We possibly have lost one, I think, from the first round. I'm not spotting who that is. Stu will be sort of calling out the procedure and positions for everybody right now so they can get sorted. We're going to have a rolling start. The first lap will be just everybody getting into position. And yeah, it'll be green at the end of the lap once everybody has found their spot, because the positions are not set by the quality that we've just done. The positions will be set on lap 1 by all of the people finding their way. Does cause a problem for me, being that I'm going to have to wait for it to go green, quickly hit return to pits, and then hit monitor view. But we'll do that a bit better than last time, because I haven't got any overlay on my screen this time. An overlay such as this, showing the series coming up. 15 seconds until we kick off for the start of this one, but it is going to be, as I said, a rolling, slow start, get into position. No exciting launches. Okay, I can't return to bits until we actually go, which is why it's awkward. Okay. We'll watch them as they crawl around, sorting out their positions. Always a fun and awkward time as you say, is he past me? Is he going past me? Is he not going past me? And then everybody slows down too much and nobody goes past anybody. But they'll get a slow. We got people nearly stopped here. Well, this it's got to make his way backwards. Yep, there we go. Some people getting past. Dollop's already up into first. He sorted himself out. Looks like the top of the grid's relatively sorted already. I'd say we're getting there. So once they do sort themselves out, then they've got to sort of compress the field up. They're all very spread out currently. Big Dollop going to feel the pressure. Kicking this one off in the lead. Unlike a safety car, however, he won't have to determine the race start. So Stu's going to be calling that one out. He'll be saying green, go, go, go once everybody's in position. Generally speaking, it's as they get towards the start-finish line. But a little bit of pressure off Dollop here. He's not going to have to worry about that part of it. So Cuckoo's found himself in a reasonably good spot up there in 4th. Right behind Gunner. I can foresee some battles coming up from those two. They're going to be fighting for that sort of podium position, absolutely. All right, we're going to be getting close to the lining up here. Dollop's heading to that final corner. They're looking relatively compressed. The call, there goes my camera. The call will be coming very soon. And they're off and a racing. We can hear them in the distance. Gunner's already pushing a position here. They're going 3 wide. Mark's managed to get past Dollop in that beginning. And so, yeah, no, it looks like Gunner's actually still out behind him. So Mark, the big winner out of that one. The camera's also bugged again, which is a bugger. On board with the bloody 9, going side by side with Jimmy on the exit there. Who's going to have the run? Coming to 10-4. Look at him, 2 wide back behind him as well. Can we find the camera? We can. He has backed out of it. And we've got a safety car. We've got a safety car. No Frills has ended up out the back in the grass. Bale's also out of position. So I'd say we've had a coming together with those two. I can confirm my track cameras are indeed absolutely buggered again, but we'll work with it as best we can. So Bale's now caught the field up, then basically stopped there. No frills, still getting there. What camera is that? That's an interesting position. Getting all sort of fun angles doing it this way. Hey, that's the one we wanted. Onto the start-finish straight. So this restart's going to be run by Mark. He's keeping the revs very low currently. Warming the brakes. Are we not restarting this lap maybe? Somebody's just crawled into the pits. Missing a rear wing. It's Mark H. They certainly Constantine it up pretty hard under that sort of safety car moment. So I wonder if there was a collision under safety car possibly. So it looks like we're going around for another lap. Mark's managed to get out of the pits, which is good to see. No frills and bales are on the back of the field. Looks like no damage from them. They're just going to ride it out at the back of the field. Mark H actually coming out of the pits up there in 16th, so not too bad. He has dropped a fair bit, but obviously they're very compressed, so plenty of action to go there. So Magic's actually managed to get past Travis and Esky up in 8th, so he's already made some good moves at the beginning of this race. How far can he get? We're going to find out. Nobody's going to be letting him go easy. Of that much I'm very sure. So we'll definitely be restarting this lap. See if we can't catch up with the cameras before we get there. Apologies for the jumpiness of it. That's unfortunately the only way I can make it work currently. It's better than nothing, as is the NBN's motto. So Dollop's going to be wanting to get that position back, which he lost to Mark on the first start. See if he can make it happen on the restart. Okay, setting the pace. Restarts with Mark. When does he go? Early or late? Looking pretty late. And he's off. He's hit the gas, better wheel spin. He's certainly gapped Dollop currently. Oh, these cameras killing me. We've missed it. We've missed it. What's happened there? Mark's had a moment. He's gone off. He is tumbling down the order. And it's another safety car. I think there might have been a coming together with Dollop and Mark there, I'm guessing. These cameras are killing me. Killing me. I think I'm going to give up on the trackside. We'll do it while we're in a safety car at least to have a bit more interesting than just a cockpit. But completely missed it. But yeah, anyway, Mark was looking pretty good, but he's either had an off by himself, but usually when the safety car's called, it's because other cars are involved. We don't usually call a safety car if you've just made a mistake. So possibly they're coming together and Mark's now racing off to the pits. So we've now had, say, 8 minutes racing and multiple safety cars. Not a lot of action, really. Hopefully we can get going and actually get a race in here. Any other movers in the back there, I guess? Let's have a look, see. Wasn't really time for anything to happen, was it? As you were, I think. Apologies, it's a little bit of a slow burn this one, but we're going to get there. We'll get going. Is it going to be this lap? The way he's moving, I think so. Oh, he's sent it already. That's an early push. Big dollop. Straight out of the end of the corner. Onto it. Probably a good call. That's not a bad line. Neat and tidy. If he can get through the second turn. Let's jump back here. I think Magic's not hanging around for anybody. He's trying to make these moves happen. Oh, very tight behind him, Travis. Under brakes. That's a great exit from Magic. Exit from Magic. Up alongside. Bloody 9. He's absolutely got that move done. Done and dusted. Bloody 9's backed out early, which is a wise call. Up in front. Looks like Gunners under a bit of pressure from Cuckoo. Cuckoo's looking up the inside. He's thinking about it. Hasn't put the pressure on, which is probably a good call. Not a lot of room there on the exit. Great exit speed from Gunner there. I thought Cuckoo had the better line, but actually Gunner sort of walked away with it. Hey, track cam just worked. And broken again. Fantastic. Dear me. So Sheppo putting the pressure on Cuckoo now. Right behind him is Magic. Look at him. Absolutely having a go. Is he? He sure is. Little bit of a love tap there. Bit cheeky, but he's made it happen. That was a bit of a dive from a long way back. Gunner trying to shake the toe down the straight. It does seem pretty powerful in these cars. Fair bit of drag and downforce on them. So Dollop's actually pulling away pretty well here. He's managed to get a second gap on Gunner. While these guys fight it out, if he can try and extend that, he's got a good shot of staying up there. A peek down the field now at broken track cameras. Zach on Mark H. Not really putting the pressure on like I thought he might be there. Hyperden Truya, that's on the last turn. He's gone on the curb there. That's going to cost him a position to Smithy. Don't know if I think he's probably just misjudged the braking and ended up on the curb. And as soon as you touch those sausage curbs in these cars, it is not good. You're pushed way offline, no power down. Is he going around the outside there? Oh, a bit of hip and shoulder going on. Oh, he's going to come out second best there, I think. Oh, I tell you what. They snuck through that exit. Now it's Hyperden under pressure from Bales. He'll get that move done, I think. Oh, is Hyperden sticking around the outside? We're seeing him go too wide there. Give me the camera, you bugger. I think Hyperden actually got through there, didn't he? He did. I'm giving up on these track cams for a minute. This is too good. That is too much of a struggle. So Bale's back up the inside. Back and forth we go. There's no move on here. So Bales has got that one done now. We missed it. There was a battle at the end of that straight. We missed it because those damn cameras again. Tell you what, Norbs is going to be hearing about this. Back up at the front here. Let's have a look. We've completely missed it now too. Magic has managed to get all the way into first. I'm watching a battle down the back. Magic has wandered up into first. He's now clear by 8 tenths. Tell you what, Magic has got some pace. So now further back, we've got a fair bit of a battle here now for the rest of the podium positions. Anyone's game currently. Dollop holding in second. Not by much. Closely followed by Cuckoo. Travers very close behind him. Jimmy Ricard or Sheppo very close behind him. Any of these blokes could end up on the podium here. There's some great battles throughout the field, and we've had a safety car called. Hyperden's ended up off the track. We did see a bit of hip and shoulder going on earlier. He's been involved in something a bit further. Unsure who with it at what point, but safety car has been called. 11 minutes left in the race. Still a fair way to go. Eski's ducked into the pits. Don't know if that means he was involved. I don't know Hyperden was anywhere near Esky. He might have just taken the opportunity under safety car. Maybe he had some damage he was carrying. Have to be a fair bit of damage, you think, to make it back in 11 minutes, but if it was bad enough, it could cost you a lot of time, and he'll end up at the back of the pack here, but with a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do to get up the field. So Magic's managed to make it happen. Unfortunately, we did miss it, but he was looking very racy and holding a lot of pace, so I think he's probably going to walk away with this because he's got the added value of the guys behind him all fighting for those podium positions. And now that we've got a safety car too, it's going to bring the bloody 9 into it as well. We're going to have like a 5-way battle. Should be fun. I'm hoping we get restarted this lap. Very good chance we do. Once again, thanks for watching if you're hanging around or watching this back live. We're having some technical dramas with the cameras, but doing my best to try and focus on the action in the most interesting way I can. So I do think we're going for a restart here. Jump on board with Magic as he's lining it up. He's not going early. He's thinking he doesn't want them to follow him down the straight, and he's off. There we go. He has got the jump on Dollop there. Dollop's definitely not going to be challenging him into turn 1. I don't think he'll be challenging him into turn 2 either, for that matter. Right on board here. Someone's sideways. Oh, he's going to collect a few. That's really unlucky. I think it might have been Travis. I do believe it was Travis. We haven't called safety car. They've kept going. That's really shaken up the front though. Okay, we have called safety car in the end. Okay, we have called safety car. I think a few people caught up in that. It's unfortunate. It was an unforced error, it looked like, I believe, from Travis. Spun him round, and then a few guys collected him, so it did slow down a few fellas. I'm not surprised about the safety car. A little bit slow to call, but we got there. We have had our fair share of safety cars, though, and we'd be quite happy to leave them behind at this point. Back to these really odd, interesting track camera angles as I try and catch up. I'm sure we're restarting again this lap, and that's, I don't know, do they call it 5 minutes? Maybe there could be a chance of another one. They do say safety cars breed safety cars. Okay, someone's ducked into the pits. Previously that has meant they're going another lap, but hopefully not this time. Magic sent it. No, we're off in a racing. Magic has sent it, and he's hit the brakes again. Oh my lord, okay, that looked like they must be going another lap, because otherwise that was you don't do that. You do not nail it and then hit the brakes again. So they are going for another lap under safety. I think if we had the stats on racing laps or safety laps currently, we're probably looking 50-50, which is not ideal, but first race of a series, well, second race, it's first round of a series in some pretty tricky cars on a very short track. It's probably not particularly surprising, and I'm sure they'll get better as they go on with the cars, get more comfortable with the cars and racing, and how they sort of react in those situations, learn where you can and can't sort of brake later and go for those moves. Good to see we still got 23 cars running though, so nobody retired in this one. That's awesome to see. It's a great job. Magic's definitely looking like he is the most comfortable in the car, and the pace is there. It's a pretty comfortable race one for him. This one he's had to put the work in, but now that he's out there, I'd say he's going to walk that one to the finish as well. Up the back of the field there, we've got No Frills has managed to get up to 16th. Bale's not having a great one this one, unfortunately. Possibly through no fault of his own. I didn't really catch it, but Travis obviously with that unforced error has pushed him back to 10th, very close to where he started. He's not going to be stoked about that, but these things happen. He can still possibly get some positions back. There is time yet. So hopefully we're about to see another restart. Magic, I'm going to wait for a minute. has indeed sent it this time. He is going. Not falling for that one again. So we're off and racing. Can we get a lap without another safety car? Someone's going wide there. That's Dollop. He's pulled it back on the track. It's going to cost him a position at least. Got away with it. Got away with it. He managed to back off the throttle, pull it back on the track. And he's putting pressure on Jimmy here. Around the outside's a hard way to make this work, but there might be enough pace. Jimmy's got to back out of that surely. He's not. Yeah, no, he's got it done. Cuckoo having a bit of a look. The battle is back on for the podium. Absolutely back on. Thanks, Pix. Hope you're enjoying. Definitely a lot harder work than I was expecting with these track camera issues, but anyway. The guys are providing plenty of action. Tell you what, it's looking real close all throughout the field here. Try and not miss any of that podium action, but we'll get some views of Esky on Travis currently. They're looking 3 wide into turn 1, but no, they don't. Oh my, yep, he's caught him. He's caught him. It was really close. That rear wing sticks out, and Esky said hello. I'm pretty confident that's going to be a safety car, or we're after it. We're after the 5-minute mark. They can't call it. That's really unfortunate. That sucks for Travis. Really unfortunate. Esky's also now all on his own. Some back up the front here. Cuckoo's just showing Jimmy the front wheel, but he's definitely not going to stick it up from there. Cuckoo jump out the back. Who have we got here? Baron on Bales. Somebody cut in that turn. Touching the grass on the inside. Very risky business, touching the grass in these cars at all. They will not love you for it. Travis is now racing without a wing, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, look at him soaring away at the steering wheel. That is going to be struggle city. I could not imagine racing one of these things without a wing. Credit to him if he's going to put on, just keep going and put up with it. It's going to be a hell of a drive. Looks like it's costing him some straight line too. Tell you what, he's just been walked past my no-frills. Oh, no, look at it sliding. No way. What an effort. What an effort. He's going to go backwards at a rate of knots, but, you know, power to him. Well done. Keeping it going, as long as he can keep it clean. Dollop's actually pulled a gap on Cuckoo. Was it Dollop in front of Cuckoo before? I can't quite recall. I guess it must have been. It wasn't any... Was it? Was Jimmy up there? I feel like Jimmy was up there. I've missed something again, haven't I? Old Norbs will sort out cans. Well, he bloody well better. I know where he lives, you know. That's not a threat, but it could be. So Cuckoo in third currently, pretty clear of left. He might have the pace to push Dollop. I haven't really sort of paid attention to their 2 times to see how that's playing out. We can have a quick look at the best laps. Very similar. Cuckoo's slightly quicker by a 1/10. 2.5 minutes left. That's only a few laps. That's a very late break. He pulled it up. Just. Cuckoo might need some new underwear after that. Weird sound effect from that camera. Oh, who's that behind? Bloody Nine and Gunner. Oh. I don't know if that was Gunner through on Bloody Nine or he was already in front and Bloody Nine went around the outside and lost it again. I didn't quite catch that one. Looking at the numbers, I'd say possibly Gunner got through there. Will he be able to put the pressure on Rangy before the end? Possibly. He needs some pace in hand to do it. Battle for 10th is currently looking relatively hot. Oh. All sorts of lines coming out of that last turn. No frills with a bit of a run here, but he's got nowhere to go. He's having to lift the throttle. Mark's got it done around the outside unless... Nah, yeah, Zaki can't hang that one out. Oh, he's had a bit of a moment and he's off. That's a real shame. He's possibly not going to drop too many positions because there was a bit of a gap. If he can get... Oh, he's taking forever to get on. Oh, and he's got to be careful on that rejoin. Okay. I take it back. He lost a fair few positions out of that, unfortunately. Like I was saying before, when you're on the grass, it's just ice with these cars. It takes a long time and you've got to be very careful on the throttle getting it back. So Gunner is on the back of range, although he's just had a big moment there and checked himself up. Was the body 9 looking up the inside maybe? Body 9 is all over the back of him. Oh my gosh. It's compromised his exit. He didn't want to be that close there. He had to check himself up and it's compromised his exit. Cuckoo is on the big dollop into turn 1. He's backed out of it. Wise decision. We have track cameras again. Look at that. Magic. That's a pretty good exit from Cuckoo. Although a bit of grass, but the move could be on here. Nah, he's too far back. Too far back. What have we got? Eski having to go at the body 9, maybe? Not close enough. It's a bit of a battle brewing there. So Jimmy closing up all the way through Eski, Bloody 9, Gunner and Rangy in front. Let's get in the bonnet, let's get down on the ground. It's just occurred to me I've had the map off for this whole thing as well. That damn checklist, I'll have to make it for next time. Have a look at the speeds they're doing too. These little oversized go-karts doing 230. Oh, heavy braking down to 150 into turn 1. Tell you what, that would feel like absolute lightning pace if you were sitting in that car right now. Tell you what, interesting lines there. Gunner's close enough. He's thinking about it, he's thinking about it. He's got the run. Eski's got the run on Bloody 9. We've got side by side, 2 of them here. Gunner's held on to it. Eski's got the Bloody 9, so a double pass there on the straight. Now the Gunner's got past Rangy. Can he try and close up the gap in front of him? Cuckoo's actually lost a position to the left. I've missed that up the front there, but Cuckoo was riding in third. And it's over. Too much action. I've completely missed the end. Sorry, Magic crosses the line to win race 2. Bloody dollop in second and left in third, so he's gotten Cuckoo on the last lap there. Too busy watching these other battles. And Cuckoo's lost out third position to left. I don't know if that was a mistake, but Eski and Gunner with some great passes on the last lap. Oh boy, I need to lie down. That was intense. Intense from the technical standpoint and the racing. Awesome racing from all the guys. Really enjoyed that. We'll sort out the... well, look, part of it's Norb's fault. Name and shame that. Part of it is my fault for the stream and just too many things going on. But to be expected. Hope you had fun. I certainly did. We'll hang around a bit, see if any of the guys jump in here for a chat post-race. I definitely need a moment. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out. That was, yeah, that was pretty intense. So that's round 1, done and dusted from the Sports 2000 series. That's, I mean, I feel like I've done some hard work there, but the guys out there have done a hell of a lot harder than I have. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, look, a bit of a spanner in the works with the track cameras, but we kind of made it work a bit better in the second round, make it a bit interesting. Unfortunately, it cost us some action, but there was plenty of action to go around, so all good. I think we're going to call it there then. So until next time, be good. And I'll catch you then.